Hello, this is Laura. I thought I'd add a video to this week's forum discussion, a little bit different than just the standard typed message that I've done in the past. So I'm curious as to what you think of this approach, if it's helpful to you, if you like it, or if you'd like me just to go back to the standard typing. But just email me your feedback, but I would really like to hear from you. So on to the topic. This week, I'd like you to focus in on thinking about how you can really get people excited about your client's business. So some of you are focused in on the food industry. We've got some nonprofits. We've got some entertainment. Beyond focusing in on the specific features or the offerings or what the business or the nonprofit does, think about what would really get people excited about it. People that your clients would really like to engage with more. What can get the media excited about this business? Excited enough that they're going to want to cover it, whether it's in broadcast or print or online. So that brings me to Starbucks this week. I think Starbucks has done a really nice job of getting some nice free buzz for their brand this week. And I'm hoping that you can use this for inspiration for your brand. Your next and final project is the Media Kit. The Media Kit is putting a whole bunch of great materials together that makes it easy for a journalist to promote your business. To share stories about it in print, to perhaps engage with you and have you in in television programming, on the radio. So a good media kit would include a press release, potentially a letter, sometimes an op-ed is included in there, an information sheet on your business, images that journalist can use to help tell their story. So Starbucks has done a really nice job this holiday season of getting people excited about Starbucks. So if you are a Starbucks regular, you're probably familiar with their regular holiday cup, which is usually all red. And people draw on it, and then they've turned that into a contest some years. So this year, they did it a little bit different. If you haven't seen the cups yet, drinking out of one, but I have one of mine from earlier this week here. This year, what they did is they created actually I should probably show you the one that I'm drinking out of, which is a before shot. I'll show you this one because I can get the arm off of it. But this one, I actually colored some of it in, but it gives you basically the outlines on it, and it's encouraging people to color on it and to write on it. And I wrote in Let There Be Peace on Earth and Let It Begin With Me by the Doves that they had. They have the Starbucks logo, which is center, which you always want. They still have some red, which is what you associate with Starbucks during the holidays. They have a heart and 2 glasses, so I added my initials and my husband's, Stephen plus Laura. They have hands. So I added my engagement ring with the my sapphires and my diamond, and I colored it in further, and I had fun. So a lot of people have had a lot of fun with it. So the neat thing about it is people tend to, in this day and age, they tend to take pictures of things that they do and videos. Even though we haven't asked you to do that, Starbucks hasn't asked you to do that, people are sharing the content, which is great because that's some free promotion for the brand. So from intro to advertising and intro to PR, you've got paid advertising. And then the joy of PR is that it costs money to have resources and to promote things, but you don't have to pay for the space. And then you end up with shared media where people start to share free of charge to get additional buzz going. So on each cup then is a sleeve that goes around here that you're pretty used to, and it says Give Good. And then there's a URL on the back that's starbucks.com, Give Good. So it's sending people to the website. On the website is a whole really good list of things that you can do that are philanthropic, that are positive, that get us really excited and happy in the holiday spirit. One of the messages that they're sharing is that that we've had some sad times this year. We've had hurricanes, we've had some mass shootings, some pretty negative things that were really crises. And you've learned this semester a lot about crisis management. But now it's time to really have some upbeat, positive things and for all of us to turn things around. So Starbucks wants to be a part of that. So it's great as you get that whole list. But they also put a really strong press release together, and they pitched that to the media. And you will see on Moodle in the PowerPoint that I did, great buzz. It had the New York Times picked it up, the New York Post picked it up, the Washington Post picked it up, Cosmo picked it up, the Detroit Free Press, which is a part of USA Today, that picked it up, and the list goes on and on and on. I just gave you a few logos. But what I really want you to pay attention to is the way it was covered. Those journalists picked up the wording word for word, including the quotations word for word from that press release, and shared it directly. That's why a really strong press release is really important, because you want to make it a no-brainer for journalists. Copy, paste, get the word out there. Our hope is always that the journalist is going to be so interested that they're going to want to reach out to you and to learn more and to really cover it and really promote it, and to go even further. And that's what I want for you with your brand. So you're going to notice that there's a lot of different ways of pitching stories. So you can, you can upload it to AP and your press release for it to get some legs. You can write a letter to local journalists and call them and pitch the story and give them an exclusive. You can also upload it on most websites and let them know that you're interested in getting some exposure for your brand, and that you're willing to put your client in touch with the reporter, or vice versa, the reporter in touch with your client. You're also, in some cases, if you think it's going to be a really good story and it's one that client or that reporter's really likely to pick up, you can also offer an exclusive. So you're going to have some opportunities for extra credit in that area as well. So back to your projects, I want you to really think about how you can engage people. And I'm going to put a sample letter, a pitch letter on Moodle for you to use, and you can take a look at that as you start to put your kits together. And I'm hoping you're going to have a really good time with it. So in the forum discussion, I want you to talk a little bit about how Starbucks has inspired you. Really pay attention. Look at those stories, how it's been covered in the media, what are they doing, check out social media, have some fun with it. I've given you some hints and gotten you started down the path, but I want you to really dig in and learn. And then I want you to start to share about how it's inspiring you for your own project, and that'll allow your peers then to go in and to give additional ideas and to kind of help you brainstorm and to build ideas out. So those press kits are awesome. And this is my favorite time of the semester. I know I said at the very beginning, because this is when you really start to get creative and you do really good stuff. So I hope you put a lot of time into it. You've got a great start. We've already been giving thought to it, and please don't hesitate to reach out if I can help. I would love to be a part of this. Just because we're online doesn't mean that I want to be out of touch. So feel free to email, pop in and spend some time with me on campus even, and let's make it a really strong end of semester. Take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.